Okay, so welcome to another video. Today we're gonna go over. Let me get my pen out first. This is like a daily, basic habit at this point. So we'll consider the monkey that sold dreams. So I'm gonna explain like what this basically means and how you can implement it to get money. So the monkey basically represents the primal side of us that just throws stuff out there without fear, without overthinking. So whenever, let's say, like with copywriting, copywriting, when you're doing copywriting, you basically want to be like a monkey. So what I mean by this is that you basically want to just be like, put yourself out there and like just show yourself, like basically just I want you to like do stuff without thinking, not like actually without thinking, but like without thinking about like the negatives, right? Negatives and doubts and the and like the fear, because every single copywriter nowadays, when they start copywriting, they are thinking only about the negative stuff. They're only thinking about like when they want to do outreaches, they're thinking about, oh, I'm not ready yet, I'm not good enough. What if they say no? What if they block me? What if they don't reply? What if they cuss at me? What if they say, boy, they told me to fuck off and stuff like that? Like that's the negative way, like the bad thinking, which is not going to get you anywhere. Whatever, not going to get you anywhere. So basically, what I want you to do is just do stuff. Do stuff without having the bad, like the negative thoughts. Like just do outreach. Don't think about the reasons why you shouldn't do outreach. Think about the reasons why you should do outreach, not shouldn't. So okay, why should I outreach to people, to clients? Obviously, to get money, right? What if they say yes right away? What if they decide to go on a sales school? What if they give me a testimonial? What if they uh, refer me to someone else? They say, oh, I don't need the copywriter right now, but I know someone who does. So literally just doing stuff like outreaching without thinking about like the negatives and why all the reasons why you shouldn't do it opens up all the doors to success, right? Because you don't know what's gonna happen if you outreach. Maybe, yeah, sure, maybe they are not gonna reply. Maybe they're gonna block you. Maybe they're gonna say to screw off, like to get away, don't text them anymore. But who actually cares about that, right? But if you think about it, that's actually a good sign because you didn't waste time. Keep following up. So when you outreach, there's like two main goals when you outreach. There's two goals, right? So goal number one is get rejected, or goal number two, reply. So get rejected, which is good stuff. If you get rejected, that's amazing. Boom. Now you don't have to waste time going through their account every couple days. You don't have to go waste time going through the stories, highlights, new posts, comments, the followers, the people they follow, the competition. You don't have to go through anything anymore just to be able to outreach them again. Like thinking, okay, so you outreach them, they didn't reply. Now every couple days you have to go through the whole account, finding a new way you can basically follow up with them. Which now, if you get rejected, they tell you no for a couple of months. That's it. You're good. You don't need to waste time on them anymore. Or the second goal is that they reply, right? So you have two goals. This is the only two goals you should be thinking when you're doing outreach. Nothing else. I want to get rejected, or I want them to reply. That's it. If they do one of these, if they do one of these two, you're golden. You can move on to the next. So again, just be like a monkey. Just go. Just do it. Right? Just do it. Just throw yourself out there. Don't think about the consequences. There's no consequences basically. There's not. The worst they can say is like fuck off, or they can block you. And now, what's the big idea? What's the big problem? Why, you're a little kid. They blocked you. One point. So what now? All right. Anyway, point number 2: use raw hunger. So what this basically means is how desperate you are to achieve it. So raw hunger, like basically how driven are you to basically get this? Like, are you actually like focused and want to get it? So you need to like use raw hunger, like as in like how like monkeys, right? Or like just animals in the forest or anything, like in primal animals, or even us when we were like thousands of years ago in the caves and stuff. We're using hunger, like using raw hunger to take action, right? Like to just hunger was like the hunger. My bad. Hunger was like the number one reason we kept like hunting and like being active and like keeping fit, right? So we can get food, so we don't starve to death. You should be the same. You should have the same mindset about copywriting, right? So when you like, how hungry are you for it? For basically getting clients and money. So if you're like fully fed and stuff, you're just doing copywriting on the side. You're doing couple outreaches every couple of weeks or a week, once a week. You're doing some outreaches. Like you're not, you don't have like that spark, right? You're not hungry enough for it, which is like the reason why you're not you're not putting everything like 100% into getting this. You like, understand what I mean? So use raw hunger. So point number 3 is emotion. So you should use emotion for copywriting to be able to get money. So what I mean by this, there's 2 ways you can use emotion, right? 2 ways. For writing, whenever you have like, if you have a client or just writing in general, like emails, you want to use different emotions to be able to get the reader drawn in to do a certain action, like a task. And the second point is you want to use emotion for copywriting in general. So if you want to use the emotion like for origin or for like learning, you have different like emotions. So you should use each emotion differently when you're doing copywriting or like writing, because copywriting is mostly about emotions. And like the emails that you write, they're supposed to trigger some emotion in the reader. Like they're supposed to make them want to take action on something. Like if it's just like a bland email, like a bland Google Doc, no one's gonna do anything. They're just gonna like read a little bit and then just click off. But if there's like emotion involved, like it gets them excited, or like they're heart racing or scared, or they fear of losing out, that's gonna click them. That's gonna click something in them, and that's gonna want to make them take action. As the same with copywriting. If you're feeling like if you feel like, let's say you go to a job, right? You have your job, you're 9 to 5, and it's like one of those shifts. Because I used to work in construction, so I know what it's like. You're one of those shifts where everything like goes wrong. Everybody asks you to do something else. You go do the task, and then you just straight away go to something else, and then you're all tired. You're missing your break, your lunch break, and you're all tired and sweaty, and just you wanna like just basically like you're just so pissed and annoyed. The way to like if you do, for example, I used to take a train home. I would use the emotion that I got from work, the anger, the like disappointment in myself for being in this job. Not disappointment, because construction is a great job to be in because you're building stuff, right? You're building houses for people. But disappointment in myself for not being where I want to be. So I was using that emotion of anger and stuff to outreach to people on the way home from train. You know, most people they just like put music on and they watch movies. They have like movies downloaded and stuff. They just watch stuff and YouTube videos and they read and stuff like books. I just did the outages 20, 25 to 30, how many as many as I could to I go home. And that's what basically got me to do my outages daily. Just my job was pushing me to work harder. The emotion my job gave me was a good enough reason for me to just keep doing copywriting. So number 4, consistency will always beat perfection. So I'm pretty sure you've seen like this video before. Like there's a two stick figures, right? And they each have, this is not the straightest, but they each have like their own blocks, right? So this is the consistency guy. This is the consistency. Then see, this is the goal here. Goal, success, right? The goal here is success. This is the perfection. Let's try good enough. And he has his own block. Here he has his own block. So they each throw per perfectionist, whatever. So they each throw the block to like just grow their what is this like their woo, right? They each growing the woo to go higher to reach the goal, to finish the finish line first. So the consistency guy, he will just keep throwing, like maybe he will land here, the next one maybe will land here, the next one will land here, and so on. And he will get to the goal because he just did it consistently, like he did it on a pace or on rhythm. While the perfectionist, he will throw it and boom, it will land here, right? And now he will just wait, make sure everything is perfect, the perfect throw, the perfect position, perfect momentum, perfect way he grabbed the block, like the way he holds the block in his hand, and again he throws it, and then again make sure the position, the momentum, the air, everything's perfect. So by the time he throws the other block, the consistency guy, he's already there. He's already at the finish line, and the finish line will just like the goal, the success will just keep like basically drifting away from the perfectionist, right? Because he takes too long. By the time he does something, like before he gets even close to the goal just goes further away, like it changes. So before he gets anywhere close to the goal, the finish line just goes, and now the goal is here. But the consistency guy, he's still being, even though he reached his goal, the success, he's still being consistent. he's still, even though the goal, before he even reached the goal, the perfectionist, the consistency guy, he's already above it. He's already gone. So by the time the goal like just gets harder, he's already there anyway. So he just keeps getting the same results and consistency and success. So yeah, basically this is the stick figure that I wanted to show you. So consistency will always beat perfection. By the time you get uh, perfection to your success, you're gonna be it's gonna be gone like ahead of you. And the last point number 5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, don't overcomplicate copy. So copy when you're writing emails. Oi, copy when you're writing emails. A 9-year-old should be able to read it and stand it. So if you have a 9-year-old brother, cousin, niece, whatever, if you show them an email, right, and they can understand it and read it, then you've done a good job. If you give them the email on Google Doc and they're like, what does that word mean? What does that word say? And they can't understand, like after they read it like once or twice or 3 times, they still don't know what the email was about. Rubbish. Throw it in the bin. Scrap it. It's not good enough. Copy should only email should only be written in like the most simple words possible. Like right, so everybody can understand. Because there's different audiences, there's different people. If you're trying to sound smart, then that's just gonna backfire on you because people are not gonna understand what you're trying to say, right? So instead of like saying vexed, which a lot of people know, but some people don't, right? So instead of saying vexed in an email, so instead of like me saying, "Oh, I was so vexed," or because of work, you can just say annoyed, right, or pissed off. So instead of saying, "Oh, I was so vexed because of my work today," like they made me do all this stuff, just say, "Oh my god, I was so annoyed because of my work today because they did this to me," right? Just say, just use the most simple words you can think of. Make the email as easy to understand as possible. Basically, use your monkey brain, right, to create emails and opt-in pages, landing pages, everything. When it comes to writing copy, just make sure it's simple and easy to understand. Doesn't matter for who it is. So another important point: don't overcomplicate copy. Never. It will just backfire on you. Trust me. Oh, there's one more. 6. I guess I wasn't on energy. So with energy, VPS and G. So using your energy, you basically have like multiple choices, right? Where you put your energy. I'm pretty sure you will know what I'm gonna say in this. So when it comes to like basically we're gonna talk about copywriting, right? And you can put your energy in YouTube videos like learning, right? You can put your energy in outreaching. You can put your energy in emails, writing emails. You can put your energy in follow-ups, follow-ups. So like following up with the client. You can put your energy in writing sales pages. All right, so these are just some examples of with copywriting, with user energy, there's obviously a lot more. So you want to use the most energy you have for the hardest and like the best tasks that will get you closer to getting clients. So obviously it's going to be outreaching, right? You want to use the most of your energy when you outreach to clients, to prospects, because if you don't, because outreaching to clients, even though you have like no sales pages, or you don't you haven't wrote emails, like you have your own one email wrote, or you haven't watched YouTube videos before for learning, just by sending a random outreach to a prospect, that can get you paid just randomly. The person can just say, okay, yeah, sure, let's go. Let's have the, like I told you about, represents the primal state of your, just like throwing yourself out there, right? So you should use your biggest energy, like again, eating the frog, waking up. It should be used on outreaching. The most energy you have, it should be used on outreaching. Make sure you outreach properly, with the efficiency. Your brain is clear, right? Your brain is clear. You know what you're saying, how you're gonna outreach them properly, and then the rest of your energy maybe for emails, follow ups, whatever. Like use put 10% of for emails. For YouTube, like watching YouTube videos, like learning, should be like 5%, maybe like 2, because how much energy can that take just watching a screen, right? So make sure you use your energy in the biggest and most important tasks that will get you closer to getting money. And most of the time, it's outreaching to prospects. So this is basically the monkey that sold dreams. So you want to be the monkey that's basically achieves its dream of being successful. And this is how you should do it like a monkey. I hope this video helped you and like you understand a bit more what you should be doing next. And yeah, see you in the next one.